Live from London, this is BBC News. Violent clashes erupt in the French capital after football fans celebrate Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League win. Hundreds are arrested. PSG beat Arsenal on penalties to become only the second club to win back-to-back Champions League titles. While Paris fans celebrated, there was heartache for Arsenal supporters denied a first Champions League win.
My club is the best club of the world. Vive le PSG! Vive le PSG!
I'm pretty sad about it, but you know, we won the Prem, so still happy and let's enjoy it.
Health officials in Brazil say they've identified a suspected case of Ebola in a man who'd recently returned from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And coming up, why a new species of killer fungus could be good news for habitats decimated by an invasive plant. Hello, I'm Lauren Taylor. French police have detained several hundred people after violent clashes erupted when thousands of football fans poured onto the streets of the capital following the victory by Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. Fireworks and other projectiles were thrown at police. Vehicles and businesses were damaged and several police officers were injured. Tens of thousands of officers were deployed for the game after PSG's victory in the competition last year was met with similar scenes. Latest official figures say 416 people were arrested across the country, 283 in Paris. The French Interior Minister called the unrest absolutely unacceptable. Away from the violence, thousands of fans partied well into the early hours in central Paris to celebrate victory by PSG over Arsenal to retain the European Champions League title. Police estimated that 20,000 people crowded into the city centre. Many gathered around the Eiffel Tower and Champs-Élysées, setting off fireworks and flares. Well, the final was played in Budapest, where Paris Saint-Germain fans poured out of the stadium to celebrate becoming only the second club to win back-to-back Champions League titles. The match against Arsenal was decided by a penalty shootout, with the score 1-1 after extra time. PSG winning 4-3 on penalties. Our reporter Pierre-Antoine Denis was on the streets of Paris as the title was decided. Well, once he had found a slightly quieter place, Pierre-Antoine sent us this update from Paris.
What a night it has been here in Paris after a nail-biting final between Arsenal and PSG, with Kai Havertz opening the score after just a few minutes into the game for Arsenal, throwing this city into an anxiety level that has probably never seen before. And then we had to wait an hour for Ousmane Dembélé to score a penalty and throw some excitement and some real joy into these fans here who suddenly thought that actually this was possible to retain that European title and do a back-to-back win, something that only Real Madrid has been able to do in European history. And once this penalty shootout ended and Paris was crowned champion again, the streets here in Paris, like this one, were taken by storm by thousands and thousands of fans who celebrated well into the night with fireworks and flares, and it has been quite a spectacular night here in the Parisian capital. Obviously on Sunday now the Parisian players are coming back here in Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower to leave the trophy and show this capital here that they've retained that title and they are well and truly champions of Europe.
Pierre-Antoine also caught up with some of PSG's fans as they celebrated.
It was stressful because of the penalty, and we made it, and it's the beautiful of the Paris Saint-Germain, you know.
Of course. What did you think? Obviously this is it's more than Paris, this is France, right?
Yes, it's more Paris than France because this atmosphere, you know.
Yeah.
is Paris, such France. Not just France. It's from here, man. It's from here, man.
So were you stressed when Havertz scored and Arsenal was 1-0 up, defending? How did that feel?
Yeah, sorry, I don't speak English, but I want to say, but just I'm stressé. Oh yeah, I'm very stressed, but I full. Comment on dit confiance? Full confidence of my club. I'm very proud of my club. We travel a lot of a difficult period, but my club is the best club of the world. Vive le PSG! Vive le PSG! Vive Paris! Vive la BBC! Let's go!
Well, Paris Saint-Germain's win over Arsenal was another milestone for their coach Luis Enrique. Speaking to journalists after, he said they deserved to win and paid tribute to the team.
I think one of the best things that we have as a team is our resilience. We are able to play where we need to play. We are able to overcome all the problems, and today we show everybody that even if Arsenal, they are the strong team when they have one goal in advance, we overcome that. We play until the last minute of the extra time at the same intensity, and I think we show again the level of the team, individually, collective.
Paris Saint-Germain's win means Arsenal missed out on a league and European double, denied a first Champions League triumph. These Gunners fans gave us their reaction to losing the penalty shootout.
We should have won. They had nothing. The best attack in the world had nothing against us except that penalty.
You know, you can't blame the boys. They put in a shift. They've done really well. And so, you know, we forgive them.
We are proud of these boys. They have done well over the season. We will come back.
Yeah. We could only dream. Last year we went to the semi-finals. Today we came to the finals. Next year we winning it.
Yes.
We winning it. No one.
Come on, Aston!
Come on! Yes!
Well, let's move on now to speaking at a news conference after the game. The Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta had this reaction to falling short.
Pain. That's it. When you are so close in the competition and you are a few penalty kickouts away from winning the biggest football club competition, that's the way we should feel.
In 2006, it felt at that moment like it'd be a long time that it would take for Arsenal to get back there. But it does feel like this time you'll be back in this position again much sooner. Do you feel that as well?
I don't know. We're going to have to end that. The same progression that we had in the last few years, we're going to have to do that over again. And the level is increasing every single season. We had an incredible competition. We haven't lost a single match in the competition. But the reality is that when something had to go our way, especially in the boxes with the penalty that it was given to Mosquera and the no penalty to Madueke and the penalty kicks, those margins didn't go for us.
The sports writer Henry Winter explained how significant PSG's win was.
The fact that they've done it back to back in the in this era, the Champions League era, I mean, they just deserve so much credit. And what has been interesting, and you know, this is a broader football reflection on this, is that you know they had players like Messi and Neymar and Mbappe, and they couldn't get the Champions League. It was almost a team of sort of egos and galacticos and focus on the attackers. Where now the balance is much better. There are fewer egos. You know, some of the fans who you've been showing celebrating tonight around the banlieue of Paris, you know, some of the players are drawn from those sort of areas. So it's more of a Parisian team. But I really also have to look at Luis Enrique. I mean, the fact that he's now won the Champions League 3 times, once with Barcelona, twice back-to-back with PSG, simply puts him up with the greats like Bob Paisley and Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane and Pep Guardiola as having won this competition 3 times. And, you know, there's it's a very tragic human story. You know, he lost his daughter to bone cancer aged 9, and she saw one of the Champions League wins. And, you know, he's driven by that. So, you know, he will be raising a glass, but I'm sure Luis Enrique will also be looking to the heavens and thinking of his lost 9-year-old. So they're very much, you know, it's quite a human team. You looked at the way Luis Enrique's captain, Marquinhos, went and consoled Gabriel. I just thought that was quite a sort of respectful sporting moment. Obviously, they're compatriots. They play together in the Brazilian team. They're about to head off to the World Cup. But there was a sporting element as well.
Henry Winter speaking to us there. Now, in other news, health officials in Brazil say they're investigating a suspected case of Ebola in Sao Paulo state. If confirmed, it would be the first infection